Welcome to the fated Game 3 of the series. Long awaited, long delayed Game 3. It's finally here. Giap up 2-0 over Jove, who has changed his Steam name to Jove. Rocky Last Chance. Do-do-do. 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 And he is going to have to win 3 consecutive games against Giap to take this series. I haven't really been keeping track of the VPs, but it may not come down to an ace game. Giap is back to allies on Famenville Approach, and we're going to see 2 factions we have not seen yet in this series. Soviets versus Oberkommando West. It was US forces versus Ostherr initially. Now things have changed up, and we're going to see Soviets versus Oberkommando West this game. Giap playing with Shock Rifle, Guard, Motor, Mechanized Support. Jove with Luftwaffe, Breakthrough, and Scavenge. Kubelwagen opening from Jove. 1 Volksgrenadier into Kubelwagen. 3 Conscript opening from Giap. Pretty standard stuff from Giap. We've always seen him go with a strong core of infantry, so I'm not at all surprised by this. I expect him to go with 4 conscripts, probably.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
There's the Kubelwagen. Trucks just hovering in this area. Does destroy the yellow cover fence to make for easier retreat paths. Kubelwagen making its way center. Stern Piles heading north. Conscripts will hover in this area to make sure they maintain building control. And there they go. Volksgrenadiers will lose that engagement, jumping into green cover now. Kubelwagen will fire on the building from range.
Volksgrenadier are on the line. Ready for action. Grenadiers ready. Establish defensive line. Target that infantry.
Stern Piles moving to take control of the north munitions point. Volksgrenadiers pulling back. Kubelwagen taking a little bit of light damage from small arms of range. Can't suppress anything in green cover. That's going to have to pull back for repairs soon. Looks like we may see early tech. There it is. Mechanized Regiment HQ going up after 2 Volksgrenadiers in Kubel. He has a pretty okay foothold on the map right now. Giap just slowly spreading all over the map. He's got building control. He's got the south munitions. He's going to send these 2 squads north. Look at that early shoe mine. He probably sees the tier 1 there in the fog of war, so he throws down that mine. Plus, it's always a good practice to put a shoe mine down if you go Kubelwagen, because it's the most common counter to Kubelwagen is the M3. M3 is about to head north. He could definitely hit that mine. It looks like Giap is very much thinking of heading north. To push away those Sturms. Oh no. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. There's definitely no minesweeper coming. Flamethrowers in production. M3's not going to aggressively charge into those Sturms until the flamethrower's done. This is such a good bait, though. Here it comes. He's going to try and nuance this so that the M3 takes this route, but I don't know if it's going to. I don't know. It's a pretty obvious bait, I guess. Conscripts are going to move up first and jump back into cover when the Sturms reveal themselves. Here comes the M3. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, he circled around too far south. Oh, no. Nice attempt by Jove right there, but... Oh, and the conscripts hit it. Conscripts hit the mine afterward when they go into the capture circle, almost wiping the squad, but it looks like those Stern Piles are going to get wiped. He gambled on that M3 hitting that mine and lost. That's going to cost him that Stern Pile squad. Nice attempt though, nice attempt. He almost had it.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Conscripts move to take control of the ammunitions point.
Soldiers ready.
These squads reinforcing in the base. Flak half track in production there. The loss of those Stern Piles definitely hurts. That is painful. That is definitely painful. And that's going to be expensive to replace, and it means he can't repair his flak half-track on the field. It's not as bad as losing the flak half-track, for example. Probably not as bad as losing the Kuba wagon either. I mean, I don't know. The Kuba wagon is cheaper to replace, but you also just... you don't replace a Kuba wagon because it doesn't scale into the late game the way Sturmpyos do. So, I don't know. It's pretty unusual to see people replace their Kuba. I don't think that's going to be a wipe.
Supply half-track is in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
Kuba wagon's trying to block. Nice attempt at the block right there. Maybe there. Oh, wow. Really? Nice. Nice. That Kuba wagon interfered with that M3's pathing just the tiniest right amount to slow it down. And that full flak burst connected even at max range. A little bit of luck and a little bit of skill, and the full flamethrower squad gets wiped, and that brings the game back pretty much dead even, honestly. Sturmpyos wiped, flamethrower wiped. This game's on a razor's edge. Jove he's playing to win, no doubt about that. There's squad of guards right there. That's an awfully late retreat from those conscripts by Giap. I'm not sure what he's waiting for there. He's trying to buy time for his conscripts to move up from the south flank, but I don't know. He will catch this in motion. He will catch it in motion. Here comes the AT grenade. Guards are on their way, but I don't think they're going to make it to this engagement in time. Thanks in part to this reinforced wire barricade, they have to take a pretty long route. I don't know if he should set up, though. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous, setting up with those guards on their way. Folks Grenadiers will spot them coming. Is he really going to stick around for this engagement? I don't think he should. I think he should have kept backpedaling. Here comes the PTRSs. Fresh squad of Sturms arrives to support. AT grenade is still 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh no, I think that flak half-track's going to go down. Here it comes. He needs a lucky crit. No crit. He should have kept backpedaling. That was overzealous of him to try and push away that conscript squad behind him. Nice flank, nice play by Giap. Very nice play. And now Jove is again on the back foot. He is on the back foot. He's going to have to pick up a lucky wipe somewhere, somehow. I don't know what that wipe is going to look like without a flak half-track on the field. Maybe a lucky grenade.
At headquarters. Supplies sector under attack. The enemy has found us. We are awaiting orders. Your predecessor died. Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Sturmpyos moving to take control of territory here in the center. Fusiliers taking control of this. Folks Grenadiers grabbing the victory point. Kuba wagon continuing to do light damage to the squad in the house, but it's not really that great of a damage source. If guards jump in that house, that Kuba wagon will be pushed very far back. It's going to pull back anyway to cover the road. Jove's map control right now is pretty good, honestly. The loss of the M3 and just the cost of teching up, in addition to the cost of AT grenades and healing, has made his army a little on the small side. And wow, look at that! New flak half-track. Jove really wants to have a flak half-track. He's spending a lot of fuel on that. He's spending a lot of fuel on that. I think he knows if he doesn't get that flak half-track out, he's just not going to be able to hold territory against all these conscripts and guards. But that's really going to delay any further fuel purchases he wants to get this game.
Flak half-track is ready for deployment. Wagon ready. Capture complete. No enemy.
Conscripts moving to take control of this fuel point. There's the fresh flak half-track about to reveal itself. Conscripts will be forced to retreat, pinned down.
Taking effective fire. Folks Grenadiers back. Straight. Get on that flank. Ready for action.
Guards moving here towards the cutoff. Panzer Fusiliers engaging Conscripts here in the south. 2 squads of Volksgrenadiers about to secure building control away from those guards. Taking building control here will definitely help him continue to maintain map control. He's doing excellent for map control, despite even the loss of that early flak half-track, which hasn't participated that much. Doing really well for map control. His G43s are annihilating those conscripts. That engagement is won. Here comes tier 3 from Giap, who's gonna try and punish this decision. That double flak half decision. He's not gonna let that fly. He's not gonna wait for call-ins when he's struggling to deal with this second flak half-track and Kubel, which is slowly vetting up in addition. So he's gonna go tier 3, maybe get out a T70, maybe a T34. Either way, he'll have a very mobile counter to that flak half-track and really have a strong tool with which to start retaking map control. Guards engaging these Volksgrenadiers in the building seem to be maybe winning. If they can get some lucky PTRS snipes, they'll probably take that engagement. Volksgrenadiers here move to take the fuel, and that's going to be both fuel points, all 3 VPs taken by Jove here. And while Giap does have a victory point lead, and the game's certainly not over, Jove is off to a really strong start, and if he can just maintain control of this game, he should be okay, especially since he convinced his opponent to go tier 3. As long as he can just deal with the first tier 3 unit, probably be okay, although he shouldn't just let squads die AFK in houses. That would probably also a good thing to avoid. Full retreat away from the flak half-track. He doesn't want to blob into that. Nice positioning on the flak half-track right there. Perfectly placed and timed. Force Giap off the field. He's going to heal up a little bit and reinforce, and I guess just maybe wait for his tier 3 unit. I don't know. I don't know if he can wait that long. He's triple capped right now. Well, slowing things down here in the north. He does still have the lead, but not for long. Flak half-track is moving to push away that squad. Volksgrenadiers set up in green cover here to protect the south fuel. There's one Rakettenwerfer on the road, so he has a little bit of protection for this flak half-track. I don't see any further mines, though. I don't know if he's scouted the fog of war for this splat, so I don't know if he knows there's a tier 3 right there. But, I mean, either way, it's good practice to protect your flak half-track with a mine and a Rakettenwerfer. Try and use the Kubelwagen for blocking. Probably lose the Kubelwagen in the process. Flak half-track pushes away that conscript squad. 4 more kills. Volksgrenadiers trying to engage at maximum range. G43s also engaging at long range. Split apart nicely. There's 2 squads of guards on the field right now, so those are pretty scary. One in the house, one trying to help secure the south. No tier 3 unit queued up yet. Probably very soon. He's got the resources for any tier 3 unit he wants. Another conscript squad just walked into that flag half-track, and we'll have to retreat. Nice usage of the Vet 2 Kubelwagen, by the way, to provide vision for that flag half-track, well beyond the flag half-track sight range right there on that intersection. Very nice. Spotting with that scout vehicle. Stern Pyho's taking control of the entire north. There's 2 Rakettenwerfers on the road. Look at this bait. Very nice bait. This is exactly what you should do with that flak half-track. Try and be as annoying as possible, forcing retreats. Try and convince your opponent to dive with a tank into the arc of fire of anti-tank weapons. Should take 2 to 3 volleys from those Rakettenwerfers to kill a tier 3 unit. T-34 is on its way, and how Giap uses it and reacts to this flak half-track is going to potentially decide this game. Stern Pyho's hiding behind this hedge here. We probably can't win this, honestly, even with green cover. They're going down so quick. Conscripts working the north. Here it comes. Here comes the T-34. Let's see if Jove will stay the course here. Let's see if Giap will take this bait. Here he comes. He's going not quite right down the road. He's going to avoid the road. Flak half-track is actually in motion now. And that T-34, oh, everything's moving. 3 Rekenwerfers right there. He now has knowledge of the T-34. Rekenwerfers redirect towards it. Flak half-track also, he wants to try and bait that T-34 out with the flak half-track, but at the same time he doesn't want to lose the flak half-track. Kugelwagen trying to work the conscripts here in the north. Doesn't look like it can win that engagement. T-34 going wide south to avoid anti-tank fire from the Volksgrenadiers in that house. So the baiting there by Jove could have been a little more nuanced. He kind of, I think he spooked Giap a little bit. Spooked him a little bit with the Volksgrenadiers in that house. He didn't like it. He was like, I'm going to go somewhere else. I'll work the south. Work the south for now. Giap was quite cautious. Kugelwagen, I'm not sure this is being monitored. He needs to get that out of there. It's falling too low. There it goes. Reacts in time. Doing well with this Kugel, by the way. Vet 2.
This is it.
Rekenwerfer Blob he's really trying to convince that T-34 to show itself up here. Look at this bait. Look at that deep flak half-track there in the road. But Giap's not going to just dive that thing. There's no way. I don't know how much of this Giap has seen. He's like scouting around with conscripts up here, trying to figure out the situation. He has taken back a lot of map control. He's got both munitions and all 3 VPs again. Those map control situations pretty strong. He's been doing well in the infantry game.
Our superiors have given us 120mm mortars. You need something built.
Throwing down some mines. Got a heavy mortar. Just gonna start firing away at range.
Taking fucking fire! Anti-tank mine set to go.
Volksgrenadiers retreating. Here comes the Rekenwerfer Blob, trying to convince him to chase that Kugelwagen. Rekenwerfers are forced to get in pretty close range to get a line. T-34 has to pull back.
The enemy has taken
Mine
our
getting
supply
planted right there, and there's a Jagdpanzer. So 3 Rekenwerfers and a Jagdpanzer. You can see with a build like that how important a flak half-track is. It's his only real damage source against infantry, in addition to Sternpiles and 1 squad of G43s. I mean, you know, he's got these 3 anti-infantry units plus a suppression source. So he's got the tools to win light infantry engagements. He'd probably really struggle against a huge push from multiple angles by all of Giap's forces. But he's got enough anti-infantry to survive against Giap's lighter harassment forces. And he certainly has all the anti-tank he could possibly need to take on probably any quantity of call-ins that are likely to arrive. Two AT grenades. Whoa, what was that? What? How did it just die? Oh, I didn't even see the 3rd conscript squad. Wow, AT grenades. AT grenades killed a flak half-track before the T-34 even has a chance to come into the engagement. Nicely executed flank by those conscripts. Wow, how was like... There's only 2 conscript squads. I mean, what's this gonna accomplish? And then it died. And I was like, whoa. Good play, Giap. Clearly I need to consume more of this coffee. Well,
Under attack! Regimental headquarters advised. Panzer Fusilier.
Kugelwagen down, flak half-track down. Not a good situation to be in. He's going to field more Fusiliers to get more anti-infantry firepower on the field, try and get some more G43s, which are upgrading now. He's pretty much going to have to play really well with G43s from this point forward. His light vehicle play clearly was not good enough against Giap's infantry flanks. So, this triple cap's probably not going to change anytime soon. Jagdpanzer are heading south to try and head off T-34, also on its way south to try and win an infantry engagement. He's going to try and support these infantry forces with the Jagd while he works to the north with G43s and Raketenwerfers. So he has infantry-based AT up here, vehicle-based AT down here, decent amount of, well, actually almost no anti-infantry down here. So Giap could probably send a decent-sized infantry force south and win that. And it looks like conscripts were sufficient to win the north. G43 is getting pushed away by conscripts. Probably. I don't know, he could maybe throw a grenade. Nope, no grenade. So everything will retreat from the north, and sandbags are being thrown up here as well to stall any further advance. T-34 makes its way north, and Giap, having full fuel control, is going to get those call-ins very soon. He's also floating the manpower he needs. Once there's 3 T-34s on the field, he's going to have to support that Jagdpanzer with Raketenwerfers very carefully. G43's engaging conscripts here in the north. Raketenwerfers pulling back, trying to maybe set up for that T-34's advance. It's just circling around though. Heavy mortars dealing heavy damage to this tier 3, by the way, which, I mean, he may not even be intending to use it for the rest of the game unless he goes Stuka. Jagdpanzer into Stuka, by the way, is a build that we really never see, but I think it might work. If he really wants to try and make it to King Tiger, I don't know how likely I think that is to succeed. If you've got 3 Raketenwerfers on the Jagdpanzer on the field, you'd probably be able to protect a Stuka, though. Nice way to shut down that heavy mortar. There's the call-ins. T-34-85 is making their way to the battlefield. All of Jove's attempts for the north fail. His attempt here for the center, probably going to fail. He's going to have to throw a grenade to try and flush those infantry out of cover. Wow, that retreat! Kind of surprised. Kind of surprised that he would make a full retreat from 1 grenade. Just doesn't want to take too much manpower bleed, I guess. 3 T-34s are going to flank hard north. Yeah, Raketenwerfers caught on the road by this force of conscripts. Sternpiles are going to move to try and push them away. And those conscripts will retreat. T-34s coming in for the engagement, decide, yeah, no. He needed to try and clear those Raketenwerfers for those T-34s to go in. When he fails, that's the engagement basically lost. So I'm going to pull back, look for other opportunities. G43s looked like they were going in for maybe an attempt at engine damage, but they took too much damage too fast and are forced to retreat. I think I heard a mine go off on something. I don't think there have been any wipes though. Oh, it's a mortar bombarding the house. Oh, that mine only takes 1 model. Flamethrowers bursting in. Guards also in the retreat path. That could be a wipe. Losing that Shrek would hurt. And 18 munitions coming in. Looks like they're going to get a miracle escape. Here comes a big push by T-34s here in the north. Raketenwerfers setting up. There's engine damage from a Fusilier anti-tank grenade. Raketenwerfers are actually interfering with the pathing of these tanks a lot, but it may not matter. The Jagd has engine damage. Raketenwerfers are turning so slow. Big push by infantry to clear the guns. There it is. That's the game. Jove knows that he can't win the engagement, and if he can't win this engagement, he can't win the game. Well played, Giap. 3-0's Jove in the best of 5 semifinals, which means Giap will go on to the finals. And after a short break, about 10 minutes I think, we will go into the other semifinal series, DBMB versus Korean Army. So stick around for that. GG.